Oh, I'm on. Hi. Uh, having breakfast. Good breakfast. Um, uh, it's been a while. Why? One word. Matthew. Yeah, I was affected. It was fun. It was. Some people say, get to the point. Get to the effing point. When I read that, I was cracking up. I was dying laughing. Um, I'm trying. I do, I do, I try to get to the point. What was I saying? Mm. Oh yeah, Matthew. He's a good kid. Oh no, wait a minute. The hurricane. Oh man, I got stories. You got time? I hope so. I'm done. Well, what happened was, as you know, everything east of I-95. Now you know where I live. Uh, how to evacuate? Evacuate. 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 So we had to evacuate. That was fun. Leaving my house. Fun. We have dogs. Big ones. So yeah, you got to take them. So where do you go? Where do you go with big dogs? We have to go somewhere that accepts dogs. Fortunately, we have some family, gabish. So we went to family. An undisclosed area of the same peninsula. Now you know where they live. And so we went there. So as we were going there, we had to go through a major artery through Florida, which is I-4. Uh, that was murder. Literal murder. I mean, it got to the point where we were stop and go on a major artery. I think it's what, 6 lanes one way? A lady next to us in a car was having a diabetes attack. She rolled down the window and asked us, or actually begged us, for some sugar. We know what the deal is. So, fortunately, we had something for her to eat. So my wife went to the back of the car. As we were driving, two windows open. No kidding. These are it was very slow driving, but still we were driving. I was like, I gotta keep up. I gotta make sure that the windows are aligned properly. And we were successful in giving her the money. Money, right? You can send me money if you want. Click on the like button. No, we were successful in giving her the sugar. It was really an apple and some other stuff that we had that was sweet. And and then she did okay. But I mean, it was a bad situation all over. I mean, people didn't realize that there was going to be so much traffic. And as we went to the west coast of Florida, now you know where I live. We you had to stop for gas. I mean, you drive what, 6 hours, which would usually take 1 hour to drive. So you stop for gas, right? So you stop for gas, and the guy goes, "Are you one of the evacuees?" Yeah, I'm one of the immigrants, the pilgrims. What a piece of shit. I felt like a piece of shit. I look at my peeps, what I call my peeps, which you probably have them too. The alternative media, not the fake fucking news, but the real news. The real news, the alternative media. And throughout these peeps, you basically see, you hear of stories of people, with tragedies and this and that, but when it happens to you, now, was it tragic? No. Do you see the back here? Back here. Then this is my man cave. Nya, 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 nya. Whoop, 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 whoop. My man cave. You see it flooded? No. Same. Actually, looks the same as the other videos. So it's a man cave. Didn't flood. My house didn't flood. We had flooding in the area, but fortunately, I live in a newer house. Now you know where I live. So anyway, it's a man cave, and it's working pretty well. But the problem was we were out of this house for about 4 days. Now you know where I live. So yeah, it was rough. It was very rough. Fortunately, where we went, they had internet access, so we saw the whole thing. No, I'm not on drugs. I just feel good this morning. I just ate. The whole thing on the internet. As a matter of fact, the governor walked our beach. Now you know where I live. So yeah, it's a pretty tough situation when your governor walks the beach. It wasn't a nice, it wasn't like, oh, let's go to the beach, let's walk. No, he had people around him. What do you think of this house? What do you think of that house? It wasn't one of mine, which was great. But, I have to say, this was like, take a gigantic, enormous leaf blower, go to the east coast of Florida, and just blow, 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 and move north. That's what this was. That's what this hurricane was. It did a lot of damage to a lot of places. And I was praying. I was hoping. I was looking. I was studying. I actually captured the video and kind of like zoomed into it in my neighborhood, like, because they had video from a helicopter. Am I getting to the point fast enough? I hope so. For the helicopter, because I was on the internet and so forth. So, make a long story short, I couldn't find my house. I'm like, shh, is it gone? Fortunately, we have family here, which after the hurricane, they came to check the house, and they said, hey, no damage, nothing. I mean, I actually have a shed, like everybody else here. Now you know where I live. And yeah, nothing, zero, zilch. Not even a shed blew down or anything. I'm like, what? So why did we have to, like, oh, you had to see the entrance to this area? Now you know where I live. It was just debris like you wouldn't believe. Debris, let's just put it this way. You needed a bulldozer, literally, to get through here. And a bulldozer did go through here. That's how we got to our house. Nothing happened. But we had no internet for a long time because the node, or what the internet service provider calls the server, which is not a server at all. Said, okay, call it a server. It's down. Needs to be replaced. Needs to be replaced. Needs to be replaced. Actually got flooded. Electronics and salt water. Now you know where I live. Don't go very well. They just don't. No. So once they replaced the box, ooh, you have got to see. I mean, the speed. I mean, I was getting decent speed. But you know what's weird? Is when the node outside, in the neighborhood, was overreacting. I got to find out why. But my router inside, which is 2 routers away, believe it or not, because I have several routers, I had to keep rebooting it. Why? Can anyone write an answer to that? Where a node outside the house, the node itself. I mean, if you're a techie, you would know what I'm talking about. That facilitates this whole neighborhood, okay, or a part of it. Part of it, and basically, how is it acting up to the point where 2 routers away, it will make the router reboot? My router's in Netgear. I have another router, and then that's connected to the ISP, the internet. So I have no clue. I have not rebooted my router since. So it's amazing. It's interesting. I would lose internet quite a long time, quite a lot. With the old excuse me, was that me? Nah, it must have been a frog. With the old node, the new node's perfect. So yeah, now we got internet. It's been a while. Of course, as you know, I work for an ISP doing tech support, and I deal with India all the time. And then when they send me the customer's all pissed because they can't understand what the hell that person was just saying. But I tell them, don't, calm down, calm down. I'm in Jacksonville, Florida. Ooh. Now you know where I live. Well, Jacksonville area. Yes. I hope I'm getting to the point. What is my point? I have no point. So, click off this video, go watch, porn or whatever you want to watch. Whatever. You want to watch, the little snowflakes crying. Ah! That was so fucking great. I was like, yes! Finally! Not 8 years, because we had to go through Bush, as far as I'm concerned. 16 motherfucking years of shit and hell that I had to put up with. That's okay. That's okay. That's fine. It's over. It's over. Remember the little pendulum I was talking about? Yeah, I guess this is my point. That pendulum was swinging all the way to the left. Actually, the left is this way. And now it's coming. Now it was swinging so far to the left, the momentum is much greater. Okay? Entropy. So now it's coming down. It's coming down with force. Ain't nobody stopping it. Trump, Le Pen, these are people. Remember what I said. Has nothing to do with Trump. It has to do with the movement. How people feel today. How people have been screwed over and they're like, you know what? I got fucked one too many times. Fuck this shit. I may not like Trump, you may say. Personally, I like the guy. He didn't do anything to me, yet. But yeah, and I'm getting to the point. I am getting to the point. The fucking point, as one of my subscribers wrote. Thank you very much. You really have helped me to get to the point. So really getting to the point is important. Let me look up point. Let me Google point. No, I'm kidding. No, so basically this is a Trump, Le Pen, Brexit. This is a movement. These are people. These are just people. If Trump's not, if they kill Trump. Let's just say. Okay, let's just say we're gonna kill him. Yeah, you can't kill a movement. You cannot kill a movement. There will be somebody else, and that somebody else is gonna. That's the problem for them. Okay, the elite, whatever you want to call it, Illuminati. That's the problem. The more they do now, because the pendulum is swinging, the more force against them will occur, and that's why they're panicking. They're in full panic mode. So what do? What are they? You know what? You know, you guys that they're looking at those websites and that's fake news. Well, like Paul Craig Roberts says, you're the fucking aficionado of fake fucking news. Love that video. Love that video. So yeah, I miss so much. You know, not being on the internet. Lamestream media. Fuck you. I've been out of the lane. Let me tell you something. This is true. This is absolutely 100% fact, and you can check it with my friends if you know them. I believe it was 2002 or 2001, I got the idea of what you're doing now with the Netflix thing and so forth. Back then, it was I don't think Hulu was around. Netflix was just coming out, but there was a lot. There was, of course, YouTube. YouTube was back then, and there were a lot of other sites that weren't doing streaming, but they were, they had videos. I could basically download videos or look at videos on the internet, just like you're doing right now. So yeah, I hooked up a computer. Had the RCA jacks back to my TV, which wasn't even flat screen at the time. It was a big ass, very heavy tube television, color. Yes. Excuse-moi. The burp up is better than actually eating the breakfast thing. So yeah, so that's what I was doing. I was actually, now I still had, can't even say cable back then, and I was watching CNBC bullshit and the Clinton News Network, CNN, ABC, the Al Barak channel. All these acronyms that mean fake fucking news. So, and basically, I told my wife, and because she was, she's into like, the cooking channel and blah 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 channel, and that back then it was QVC, which made me fucking poor. But yeah, I said, let's try it. Let's try it. Let's cut the cable. Let's just go for internet. So back in 2000, I didn't do it in 2002. I waited a while. I actually did a proof of concept to my wife, because you have to do that. You can't just, do, now we're going to do this. She has to be on board. Well, guess what? It took up until we moved, I'm not going to say that. Basically up until about 10 years ago. Took up until about 10 years ago. 10 years. And I am not joking about it. 10 years. 10 years. We cut the cable and was 100% internet and never ever looked back. You got Hulu, you got Slingbox now, you got, of course, you got and you can grab this anywhere from anything. Netflix, you got different sites that will, you can download movies. Not that I do it, but you can watch anything you want, anytime you want. And let's not forget, my friends, let's not forget, you can watch the alternative media, which will soon become the mainstream media. And then they're gone. The dinosaur media is gone. And it's all on the internet. Is that my point? No. But at least you get the gist where I'm coming from. In the meantime, I kept up with the diet. I have lost more weight. which is good. It's a good diet. I don't feel hungry on it. And I'll tell you what it is. It's Weight Watchers. You know what? Just look at my past videos. You see what it is. And I do it for free because why pay for something if you can download it? Wow. That's my thing. And got my hacker hat on. Yeah, I hack sometimes. Ethical hacking. Ethical. CISSP certified. Ethical hacking. I may not know as much as some people that may be watching this video. I mean, there are different levels of hacking, but it's fun. It's fun. I feel hacky today. You know what I mean? I just hacked up. Got to show you something, and I'm very proud of this. Very proud. Look, see this? These are baked pants. Got them at J.C. Penney. Now you know where I live. Okay? I'm thin. Not that thin. I still have 20 pounds to lose. But, yeah, I'm getting there. So, I missed a lot. I did not miss the... here's my point. How long did it take? Let me look. How long did it... 21 minutes to get to my point. To get to my fucking point. What was my point again? Oh yeah, I was where I was. Well, we left because of Matthew, and where I was, I got my family. They don't listen. They're still lamestream watching. Bullshit sucking, sheeple. But that's all right, because we had to stay somewhere, so it's all right. I don't really like your mental disposition, but I'll stay with you. Anyway, so we stayed there and we watched. Hey, I watched the debates, the last one actually. And somewhere in there, this is my point, okay? What did it take? 22 minutes. Somewhere in there, Hitlery, did I mispronounce? No, Killary, sorry, Killary. She said, she brought up, this was fucking great. She brought up temperament. He doesn't have temperament to be a president. It's only rumor, but I can do math. Put 2 and 2 together. What happened after the elections were final? Did she go in front of all these crying or hopeful little snowflakes with the emphasis on fucking flake? Yeah, did we win? How did you win? No, she sends pedophile Podesta. Oh, you'll hear about that. Pizza Podesta. Okay? Pizzagate fucking Podesta. She sends Podesta in front of all these snowflakes. Oh. We're still counting. Well, we're still counting. Go to sleep. Come back tomorrow. Okay, where's Hillary? Where's Miss Temperament? She was having a temper tantrum. It is reported, and now part of history, that she left for Vegas. Remember, what goes on in Vegas stays in Vegas. God knows what she was doing. God only knows. And I'm God, which God? We're, because Satan is a God too. But hey, let's not get into that. I want to stay to the point. Just like Jeb Bush says. What the fuck is that? I think that got him. Anyway. See, I digress. But I'm not the only one that digresses in the alternative media. Have you ever heard of not Eric. Is it Eric Sprott or one of those guys? The silver guy. Oh my God, does he digress? Or Jim Willie. Oh, the king of digression. Excellent info, but come on, Jim. Okay, I digress so much I lost my point. Oh yes, Podesta. And so, Hitlery, I mean Killery, I mean Schillery. Oh, you know who I'm talking about. Finds herself same day in with a few hours later in Vegas, and what is reported, and it's reported as rumor, okay, because I don't want to be fake news here. It was reported that she was inconsolable. She was combative. Wait a minute. I thought you had a better temperament than you can't handle losing. Let me tell you something. This bitch was going to put the last nail in the coffin of this motherfucking country. And I'm so glad, so fucking glad that this happened. I don't have to tell you who I voted for. Because, I'm a trumpet. Fuck you if you don't like it. Life is tough, because if it's not Trump, it'll be somebody else. It's a movement. He was just there. So I voted for him. I mean, I have to say too, yeah, I'm digressing a little bit, but Bernie Sanders got my attention. But you see, they fucked Bernie, and then Bernie showed his true colors by getting bought out, like Hillary Clinton. And what? Oh yeah, I was looking at Johnson. I said, okay, let me check him out. But then when Jeff Berwick reported that Johnson got in his face, spitting at him, basically talking like a fucking you want to talk about temperament? That man ain't got no temperament. And yes, and I said a double negative. Ain't got no. Because that's the new America we live in. Full of double negatives. Ain't got no. That man does not have any temperament. Okay, that kind of killed it for me for Johnson. But the thing that really killed it for me for Johnson was his VP pick, Vice President pick, that endorsed Hillary, whatever her name is, endorsed her. I said, Trump, wink. I have to say, I'm very happy. I'm seeing a lot of things happening. I'm seeing Le Pen, getting in polls. She's this France. I'm seeing Beppe Grillo. He was a fucking clown, my friends. He's from my freaking country, Gabish, Italia, Gabish. The man said, it's easy for the quote unquote right, whatever he calls the right, but his party to take over because the left decimated it. And he's absolutely correct. Leave it to a comedian to actually make sense. There are other movements out there. Don't like what's going on in India, but some people are touting this as good, where they took some large denominations, which was equivalent to like $7 US, but took them out of circulation for terrorist interests or against terrorist interests. Gotta love the way they do it. Everything is national security. I gotta go wipe my ass. That's national security. I can't tell you that. Okay. So basically, so I don't know about that, but I know about Duarte. I hate to tell you, I love that man. Absolutely, absolutely love him. I may not agree with everything he says, but I agree with a hell of a lot that he's been saying, and he pulls no punches. And you see, Duarte is already in place, and he was waiting for this whole this portal, if you will, in time, this diversion from the wickedness and total depravity to the right, to correct the correct right, if you will, to humanity, to people actually thinking properly and logically. So this is Duarte's just basically mouthing off on that, and he's already picked. He's already, president there in the Philippines. Look him up if you don't know what I'm talking about. Saying, he'll join the new Silk Road, which is it's extreme. It's extreme. It's not even big. It's extreme. It's China, Russia, all these countries are in on it. Basically, you can thank. Okay, let's go way back. partially Reagan, partially, because he gave in on a few things. I don't think Trump will be giving in. No way. No, as a matter of fact, look at what he did to little Fatso. What's his name? Christie. Right. If that's his name. Anyway, you're fired. Nah, I don't think Trump should have done that yet. He should have held his cards back. But it's the transition team. Hey, you're part of my transition team, Chris Christie. Pick good people. What does Chris Christie pick? He goes into the fucking swamp, okay? Digs real fucking deep and pulls up fucking liberal bullshit. And Trump's like, listen, I was gonna wait, but get the fuck out of here now! Not tomorrow, now! You fat fuck! I could say that now because I lost weight. When you lose weight, and because my wife's lost weight too, you get treated differently, and the girls love me. And not only that, but everybody looks fat. Now, you saw me, go back to the videos, Al Banano, still the same. I'm just lighter. When I was bigger, believe me, I was starting to lose weight back then. I was getting to that. I was bigger. Different way of looking at you. Now I'm older, not that much older, but thinner. Okay, and people look at me differently now. They treat me differently, and I'm actually looking at people like, oh man, that guy's fat. Where before I was like, whew, whatever, Now I'm like, holy shit. And sometimes I say it out loud, Madonna Santissima. Hopefully they're not Italian when they hear me. But anyway. So how did I get to that anyway, the pendulum is swinging to the right. There is no way to stop it. Absolutely no way. The momentum is stronger. It's something called gravity. I mean, look it up. I mean, it's a process. It's easy. We're talking about physics here. Physics do apply in social, economic, and political realm, as well as the physical realm. So physics do apply. Physics are being applied at this time, and there's no matter what they try, they meaning the club, as Jay Snip says, and they meaning the leftist, the ones that are pushing and paying for, and I'll get to this. They're paying for these little fuckers, these snowflakes. They're paying for these snowflakes to riot. Now, here's an interesting thing. Speaking about paying for. A while back, before Matthew, I put out a video where I kept seeing 3 or 4 ads a day for movie extras, and the pictures on the movie, they had fire on them. What the fuck? It's a movie. You should have maybe a movie camera, maybe some actors. What do you have fire on it for? So I, put it on the video. Constant, every fucking day. Now I like looking at Craigslist because sometimes I get ideas. Sometimes I got this night job that I do from home. Yes, from home. Doing tech support for ISP, and I have to say it's a sweet deal. I'm at home, instead of climbing all over the walls, because nights are, the evenings. Man, I usually go to bed very early because I get so bored. Because I don't have television. I don't want bullshit. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Okay, I'll get to my point. Forgot my point. I forgot my point. Oh, I remember now. Duarte. No, the signs. These ads. Guess what? 4 ads a day. And I'm in a podunk town. I'm in the podunk. This town ain't podunk. It's podunk. Now you know where I live. So basically, that's what I was looking at. What the fuck is that? Constant until the fucking elections were over. Then, poof! They're gone! There was some pedophile shit in there too. Oh, we're looking for young girls. Oh, we're looking for young girls. I was like, holy mother. But guess what? They're gone. You can't. I wish there was a way to actually go back on Craigslist. Maybe there is. I don't know. There is, I'm sure. If you want to, you can actually. I'm sure your town, especially if you're in a big, big city or whatever. But even if you're in a podunk town, I mean, my town's got, on a good day, 14, 15,000 residents. Now you know where I live. I mean, it's a small town. Okay? So, why, and it's a city, supposedly a city, but why put these ads for, it's constant, it was constant, and now they're gone. That, my friends, it took, 37 minutes to get to that point? That was my point. And I'm going to end with this. That proved to me that the alt media is absolutely correct. The lamestream media is nothing beyond lame. It's bullshit. And it proved to me, and it validated the point why I don't have and pay for cable or satellite or whatever. They can go to fucking hell. If I ever want to watch them, ever, I have a digital antenna pointed to the nearest large city. I get quite a few channels. And yes, some of the lamestream media is down there. And it's extremely rare. But there are times I go to it just to see what they have to say. And to tell you the truth, and this is the God's honest truth, if it lasts 5 minutes, that's way too long. I shut it off. Because invariably, they're going to say something. It's all a psyops, psychological operation. They're going to say something or do something or show something that I know is fake fucking news.